Hello friends! Are you ready for a reading? Let's get into it. So I am getting the sense that you have been through so much growth, right? Like Spirit is so proud of you, right? There's been so much inner work, so much growth here recently. And there's a sense that you might be feeling a little bit lost at sea. Right, we've got Lady coming out, which is all about abundance and growth and plenty, which is related to another reading I did. So check my page and you'll be able to find the other reading that I did on plenty. But she's all about plenty. She's all about blossoming and growth. And that is what Spirit is really bringing through right now, is that blossoming, right? You have been blossoming, you have been growing, and it is so beautiful to tap into that energy. And Spirit is bringing through like just watching you kind of flower, right? And there's also a message too coming through that when you go through these intense periods of growth, it might feel like things are not moving, right? It might feel like things aren't going anywhere. But Spirit's like, you've made so much progress, it's just not immeasurable. So it's not like an outward, like successful venture or something like that that you can really track success in. It's something that's a lot more subjective. But Spirit wants you to know that you've been blossoming, you've been growing, and you should be really proud of yourself because it takes a lot of work and dedication and bravery to engage in this. And yeah, there's this real sense of really blossoming. But it also feels a little bit like you are at sea, right? That things are just coming up all over the place, and it might feel like chaos is what Spirit is bringing through. It might feel like chaos, like you've lost your oars and you're just stuck in a boat that's like going crazy with this crazy sea going on. Like that's how it feels. It feels a little overwhelming. But Spirit's like, you're exactly where you're supposed to be is the message they really want me to bring through it. Like it might feel like chaos. It might feel like you've lost control. And that might be really important for some of you, that you've lost control, but you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And that control was never meant for you to take those reins anyways, is what they're saying. It's like you were never supposed to control those things to begin with. And that's how maybe you ended up in a place that you needed to reknit, reheal yourself. So just go with the flow, right? And let it take you where it wants to go, right? Life is going to get us there anyways, whether we go with the flow or whether it drags us kicking and screaming. So you might as well relax and enjoy the ride in as much as you can. Try to laugh is what they're bringing through. Like have some humor, have some laughter about it, because there's really nothing else that you can do, and it'll get you to where you want to be in the long run. So just enjoy the turbulence, which I know sounds weird, but just enjoy the turbulence. And also let it carry you to new places. You've got the Traveler coming out, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, right? So travel in new directions, right? And this, to me, is very much connected to a continuance of both the inner work, but then you also might be starting to formulate seeds, is what Spirit's saying, formulate seeds of where you want to go to bring that growth that you've been experiencing, and it's exponential growth is what they're saying to me right now, exponential growth out into the world, right? That's going to require you to travel in new directions, right? It's going to require you to use your voice, to believe in yourself, which might be hard, is what Spirit is saying. It might be hard for, I think it's hard for everybody, but you in particular might have a hard time really believing in yourself, right? So travel in new ways, be bold, be courageous, do something that scares the shit out of you, you know, like just do it, right? And you'll see that maybe those fears weren't as big of a problem as you thought. And what is really drawing me to this is you've got the Star of the Pentagram, the Pentacle, and then you've also got the same kind of symbol, right? So it's like they really want to bring through like follow your inner guidance in that inner star, right? Really pay attention to that instead of your fears and that ego, the small ego that keeps us trapped, right? Travel in new ways, be bold, do things that scare you, because you're being rewilded right now. You've got She-Wolf coming out, which is all about rewilding yourself, really connecting into those parts of yourself that you maybe have lost somewhere along the way. It's like they were labeled bad parts, you know, but there are no bad parts. You are all just exactly how you're supposed to be, right? And when you have bad parts or things that you label as bad, that's when it becomes a problem. So Spirit really wants you to tap into what you were kind of like as a child and really kind of rewild some of those things that you might have tamed within yourself, right? You've tamed something within yourself, and it's going to require some self-reflection, right? This came out reversed just to let me know that this is an inward quality that you need to do. It really needs to be some reflection. There needs to be some balance that is sought here. So really do some deep inner work at this time, right? Really figure out those things that you gave up a long time ago, those things that feel like they might have died for you a long time ago. Spirit's like, you're at a point now where you can really start to waken those up, and don't be discouraged that it's like, oh, well, now I've got more to do, or, you know, again, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you wouldn't be able to be in this spot unless you had done all that previous healing work that you already did. So again, be very proud of yourself, right? Be very thankful that you took those steps to honor yourself and to heal yourself, and realize it's a journey, right? There's no real end game, and you're going to be bringing more and more of yourself online is what they're showing me. More and more of yourself is going to be coming online through this when you travel in new directions, when you recover those things that are buried or lost inside of you, right? It just takes a little bit of digging, right? A little bit of self-awareness, a little bit of digging, and don't be scared of that. Be excited. It's like a discovery process. Oh man, I forgot, like I used to have that, or I used to be that way. Be excited about what you might uncover. And there needs to be some trust in Spirit, right? You've got two of Cups coming out, which normally is more of a love card. In this instance, they're bringing through kind of your love and your trust of Spirit. Like, that needs to be repaired. You've also got it with Shaman, which is trust in higher forces, right? Really step back and trust. Trust, again, it's like trust your higher self as well as Spirit, the universe, that this is leading you somewhere, that this is going somewhere. Again, going back to the, like, it feels like you're lost at sea. You're not lost. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And you really need to step back into faith with that, is what they're really bringing. Faith in yourself and faith in Spirit. There needs to be a real, there just needs to be a real reconnect with Spirit in this moment, and with that faith, right? And remember that faith is to believe in that which you cannot see. And the reward for that faith is to see what you believe. And it can be really hard when you don't see what you're believing in, but it's there, right? And it's like they're bringing through, like, they're invisible. Obviously, you can't see them a lot of times, but just know that they are there with you through this process. And not only that, but that this process is leading somewhere. And it is, you've got Lord coming out here with the Hermit, right? So all of this self-exploration, all of this deep dive that you are doing right now is bringing you to a sense of real confidence in yourself, right? And that's almost seems to be what they're really wanting to wake up, is that confidence in self. And that's going to allow you to take charge and to move with authority. And it seems to me, and that's going to allow you to take charge and lead with that authority after having gone through that darkness. You have found your light. And with that, you're able to shine that, not only for yourself, but for other people. And when you get to that stage, it's like you are going to be an authority. You are going to be somebody that somebody looks up to. And it might not be like on this huge, huge scale, but believe that you make an impact. And seeing you walk through this journey of healing yourself is going to inspire other people to make that as well. And that is one of the highest compliments. You know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So you're going to be modeling and showing that to the world, and it's going to allow you to take charge of your life a little bit better than you have been previously, because you've done all of that excavation is what they're bringing through. All of that excavation, all of that I can't say this word, all of that excavation that you've done to engage in this healing journey is going to lead you to this very empowered and powerful position in your own life. So get ready, right? Get ready. And all of this has been a preparation for something bigger that is moving into your life, and I can't wait to see what develops for you. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can check the link in my bio. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Be blessed.